It is important, it's wise to prepare for things that are certain. It's a very foolish thing to know you've got an exam and not revise. It's a very silly thing. You're not preparing for something that is certain. Well, lots of people are doing this today. So many people in London, maybe you're one of them, they're not ready for what the Bible says will certainly happen. That Jesus Christ will come back to earth as judge, and he will meticulously and fairly judge all of our sins.
London Week is the world on your doorstep, quite literally. So we come out, we can meet people from all different nationalities, lots of different languages, lots of different religions, and we get to share the one gospel across all these different demographics, and for people to be able to meet with us face to face, put their questions to us, and in some cases maybe they can't do that in their own country.
So Sunday we started in Hyde Park Corner, which was good, nice quiet listening there. Then we came down to Leicester Square. It was very noisy, but again we had a good listening. And then we've been to Covent Garden is the other place that we've been to.
Today I spoke with a lad who was listening to the preaching. He was an atheist. He stopped to listen, and then after a few minutes he walked away, and I offered him a leaflet. He had lots of objections about the Bible and about creation and creationism as he referred to it. But I was able to have a good long conversation with him, answer his objections the best that I could, and share the gospel as well. And then we ended with me turning around on him and giving him a challenge to defend what he believed. And I asked him, what is it that convinces you of evolution? And he wasn't really able to give a very good answer. So I hope that what was said will challenge him and he'll go home and think about it.
But all of these people, they know that all the wrong they've ever done has been forgiven. Now that is incredible, isn't it? To know that every wrong thing, everything that my conscience, you know what it's like when your conscience kind of like wakes you up in the middle of the night. You know, all of those wrong things have been forgiven through this man, Jesus Christ. We were in Covent Garden today, and it was a passing crowd, so you had to sort of fight to try and get people to stop and listen, but it was good. I was preaching on what have these people got in common, and I was putting up pictures of Christians from different backgrounds and trying to just hook people into thinking through that with me. And then we came on to the fact that they'd all got a personal faith in Jesus Christ, and then we just looked very simply at 4 things that they had all got through personal faith in Jesus Christ. That is, their wrongs were forgiven, they had peace with God, they knew the joy of heaven, and that they had a relationship with God. And as we were going through there, several people engaged and were listening, and conversations were following on from those.
I spoke to 3 Germans in Hyde Park on Sunday morning, and they'd been listening to the preaching, and they thanked the preacher afterwards, and then I spoke to them, and when they said that they were Christian, I said, I'm sorry, Christian doesn't mean what it used to mean. What would you say you are? And they said Catholic. So we got into a really good conversation. We discussed quite a few things about Catholicism and biblical Christianity. So that was an excellent conversation, and they said they would think more about it as they left.
I think when you're an evangelist back in your local area, you want encouragement. And so to have these sort of booster moments where you're coming together with, I think I counted about 14 preachers at Covent Garden the other day. The gospel was being preached almost constantly for about 5 hours, one after another, and that's a tremendous thing. Gospel tracts are going out with the preaching of the word as well, with those wonderful conversations, many of which we don't even get a chance to hear, but they're proclaimed in the hearts of individuals, and people can walk away with great truths.